Hey everyone, welcome to DittDott. Tonight it's pizza night. Well, actually, I'm gonna do calzones instead of pizza. My family's been asking for a pizza night, but I don't know, I just like, I haven't done calzones in a while, so let's do that. So, let me grab our dough and we'll get started. All right, let's go ahead and do the big reveal. I made this dough earlier in the day. I have a pizza dough recipe that I will link below in the description box, that video. This has been rising actually for a couple of hours because I made it before taking my girls to the mall today. But you can use a store-bought pizza dough or you can make this. It only took 15 minutes maybe to put this dough together, so it's really easy to make. I already chopped up, I've got a pile of onions, some orange bell pepper because that's what I had, but you can use whatever color bell pepper. Well, basically whatever your favorite pizza toppings are, pre-chop them up. I've got some ham, got pepperoni, got cheese, got some mushrooms. So I'm kind of going for like a supreme type thing. All right, let's see, how can I do this? So I'm going to divide this up into 4. They're gonna make really large calzones. Sometimes I have made 8 of them. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna make 4 and we each eat like half of it for dinner and then eat the other half the next day. The dough recipe that I have linked down below is enough to make 2 large pizzas or like 8 normal size calzones. So I'm spreading this dough out into like a medium size, maybe a small size pizza. And then you're just gonna build it up with your own toppings. Oh, this is one of those where it didn't open all the way. Oh, I've got my door open. I'm preheating the grill because I forgot to mention that we are cooking these on the grill tonight. Isn't that fun? You can do it in your oven too, but it's always kind of fun to have that like grill marks. What you gotta remember, and this is where I used to mess up with calzones, because you're kind of building it on half of the pizza, but you want enough toppings for the amount of dough for an entire pizza. So I used to like put half the cheese and half the toppings, then you'd fold it over and you get to the table and you have like this much dough and this much toppings. So you gotta think like you're making a whole pizza, but you're just doing it on half. I know it's hard to see because I've got white cheese on a white dough, but when you fold it over, you want the right amount of toppings to actually fill up the amount of dough that you have. So normally I would probably use a red onion, but I didn't have one, so just got a yellow onion here. And then let's grab some pepperonis. Oh, Watson here's something. I took my kids to the mall, like I said earlier today, because they need some like sweaters. You know, we're getting into fall and winter. And apparently everything for teenagers right now is crop top or big baggy potato. We totally struck out. And I don't mind my kids wearing crop tops, but who wants to wear a crop top sweater? That doesn't make any sense at all. So I've got some ham and some mushrooms. Oh, and then look at this. So this is a berry bowl. So I drained the pineapple, because this is just canned pineapple. And then this catches the extra juice, you know? So that's kind of nice. So I'm going for like a supreme type pizza here. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese. We're not gonna put the tomato sauce on the inside. We'll use that as a dipping sauce at the end. So you see how tall I have this? Because again, you want the right amount of stuffing. I don't know why that took me so long to figure out. So for my husband and I, I'm gonna do the supreme type. And then for the kids, they just want ham and pineapple. So I'll make theirs just more simple. You wanna get all the air out. I'm gonna make up the other 3 and I'll be right back. All right, see, I told you, I'm making like giant calzones tonight. This one's a little bit smaller, but just make sure that you kind of squeeze out as much air as you can. And then I decorated the supreme ones with some orange pepper. And then I just put a couple of ham slices on the other 2. That way they will be easy to tell which one's which. And then I have them on this just metal perforated pizza pan that you can put in your oven. You want to make your oven super hot, like 500 degrees, or we're going to take it out onto the grill. So I've got a bowl and an egg, and this step is kind of extra, but it kind of helps make them look prettier. Just whisk your egg up really quickly. And then with a pastry brush, just kind of put this egg wash on top of your calzone. And then these don't take very long out on the grill. Like, we're gonna keep an eye on them, but I'm guessing maybe 6 minutes, maybe. I don't know. We'll keep an eye out on them. All right, everything's cooked inside. We're just trying to get the dough cooked. Wow, this one on this end is like gigantic. Look how big that is. And then this extra egg, I'm gonna feed to Watson, and he is going to love it. Watson, sit. No, sit. Good boy. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy, leave it. Take. He's like, oh yes, he loves egg. All right, let's get this out. Although I don't think I can open the door and do this. Okay, so I've had my grill preheating. It's 550. That's really, really hot. Actually, it might be a little too hot. I don't want them to burn. So now it's super, super hot. I'm gonna turn down the flame so that way I don't actually burn the bottom of these pizza. And then we'll just put it on and cover it so it actually will cook like an oven. And then we'll give it a few minutes. Okay, so these are cooking really well on the bottom, but the top isn't. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to flip them just because, I don't know. I just get the feeling like they need to be flipped, right? So we're gonna try that. Normally I wouldn't flip a calzone, but there we go. I want them to cook evenly, but look at that crust on the bottom, gorgeous. Oh, and I flipped them after they'd been cooking for about 5 minutes. Okay, I flipped them over one more time. They are looking good. I mean, these are giant. I really should have made 8 calzones, but checking. The dough is nice and soft, but I'm pretty sure it's cooked all the way through. Oh, look at cheese oozing through that one. So we're gonna go ahead and bring these in, and I'll give one a taste. So I got it. It's on my giant size dinner plate. It is huge, but that's kind of fun. I'll only eat half of it, and then I'll save the rest for the next day. I'm just taking some organic pizza sauce straight from the jar, and I'll put it in a bowl. You can warm this up, but I like it just fine room temperature. And then if you want to I don't want to drizzle it all over because then I won't be able to save that half very easy without it getting soggy. But this also is really good with ranch dip, and I have a YouTube short video on how I make my homemade ranch, so make sure you check that out. All right, let's give this a taste. This first bite's mostly going to be the dough, but you know what? That is one of my favorite parts of the pizza. Yep, it's all the way cooked through. I was kind of nervous on that, but nope, it's good. I gotta say, I love my pizza dough recipe. If you like thick, fluffy pizza dough, definitely check out my pizza dough video. Anyway, so I've got the cheese oozing out here, and I've got some ham. I'm gonna dip it. I'm gonna enjoy dinner tonight. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can see more fun with me in the kitchen. I will link the pizza dough recipe, and until the next one, goodbye.